Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from Innovacom. I'm product manager. I'm here to say to you that at Innovacom, we have been delivering a cutting-edge interoperability platform for over 20 years now, 100% dedicated to healthcare systems. Our main goal, our baseline actually, is saving time for care. What we want is to enable a more efficient use of data. And our expertise today spans across telemedicine, imaging, patient pathway or care coordination, but also data integration and obviously interoperability. So how do we manage it? We have a no-code solution that collects the data from any format and any protocol, and that send this data after transforming it to the expected format.
It's a pleasure for us to have you here in the Interoperability Showcase. We have two use cases we're demonstrating, and today we are going to start with the patient-mediated use case, which is about, we are trying to find a way on how to move on creating use cases where the patient himself has a major impact in his treatment. So in this case, we have, it's a story. So we have Alex. He's a 50-year-old person. Probably it could be even me. And he has some conditions that most of us have, which he has been diagnosed with metabolic syndrome. So hypertension, all these things that are happening to all of us because of the good life that we are having. But he also recently has been diagnosed with early stage prostate cancer. And of course, he's traveling frequently because he's an active person and he's visiting different countries. So in that context, we are trying to combine both. In this use case, you will see the combination of treatment plans for his two conditions, but also how we can accommodate, because we're here in Europe and we want to build this use case on the European health data space specification that will be the future for most of us. So this is a demonstration and a vision of how things could go in the very near future. It's not that far away. And you will see we have here three screens. So here you can follow the presentation of the use case and the steps. And in these two screens, we are going to alternate the vendors that have contributed actively to build that use case. And on this place, you will see also some hospital material that is going to be part of the use case. So it's a complete journey. So with that, I would like to invite the first speaker of the journey to start the journey, and I will close again with some comments at the end. So,
thank you, Alex. So, as mentioned, Alex has recently diagnosed with early stage prostate cancer, so he needs to exchange a lot of information with such a doctor, not a member of same healthcare system, even internationally. So he can do that with our platform, it's named eHealthPass, and with helps with IoT devices such as oxygen meter or temperature. This is just for demo purpose, of course. He can navigate to the measurements part and can check daily activity of his temperature or his oxygen meter and real-time capture data to he and his doctor as well. So he can check everything here in daily basis. So after that, while he's traveling, he needs to get his medication, of course, around the world. So he can easily, through eHealthPass, go his international patient summary with all the allergies, the conditions, observation, medication, everything inside of his IPS. He can easily generate the magic QR code from Edonia to share the IPS with the doctor. So I will call my colleague from Zebra to make a scan to share his international patient summary. And then I pass to my colleague from Zebra. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Vacrouche. So my name is Jean-Nicolas and I'm covering the French healthcare market at Zebra Technology. So as Alex arrives to the hospital for his chemo, he can first self-check-in at a Zebra kiosk. So how does it work? He simply inputs his key data in order to confirm his ID. In the meantime, the data is passed on to the hospital system and alerts the medical team of his arrival. Self-check-in allows faster patient registration. At the same time, once all the information are filled out, a wristband including patient data and a GS1 standard barcode unique is printing. This wristband acts as Alect ID within this whole journey. Barcode can be scanned at any point to confirm his ID and ensure the correct medication and procedures. Now I'm passing to Andres.
Thank you, Jean-Nicolas. Well, my name is Andres Gagliano from Enovacom. And as we have seen in this system, we have several systems that are communicating together. And the idea is that each of them will generate and will need some data. In this case, the data of the patient, the name, last name, date of birth is called the demographics of the patient. And the idea is to connect one system to the other ones. For example, here, the admission to the BD systems. And we only want to do the identification once. So there is where Enovacom proposed a solution that is called Enovacom Integration Engine. And what we do basically is to do this kind of interfaces to propagate, for example, the demographics and the appointments from one system to another. In this case, it will come from Zebra to BD cabinets for the medications and BD pumps for the administration of the drugs and medication. So in this point, I will pass on BD to continue this workflow of Alex.
Thank you, Andres. Hello, bonjour. I'm Guillaume from BD, Becton Dickinson. So now that the patient demography has been sent and the order has been created, we need to prepare the drug. So come with me, and we will see how with our BD Pixis MedStation cabinet, we will synchronize all the dispensation process. So I will just log in because all the user profile have been sent. So I will just go on it. I will put my bio ID. Then I will just have a look to my patient. Thanks to the Zebra wristband, I will be able to scan the patient wristband, and it will automatically select my patient that I need to work on. I will be able to review the patient demographic that had been sent, and I will also go to the drugs part. Then I will select my 2 drugs that I need to dispense. I will pick up the drug, and automatically the system will just give me the right drawer. It will open the right drug at the right moment for the right patient. So I can pick up my ingredient first. I will close it. The second one will just open automatically. I will take it back for this part. I will close it. When I will close my drawer, all the message will be sent automatically to the system. Okay, so now that I just prepare everything, I will be able to go to the administration level. Then on my Nexus part, I will go to our guardrail system to securize all the administration level. I will select my drug that I would like to use. I will just select the strains and the volume that have been already preset. I will select the volume that need to be infused, 500 milligrams. I can confirm, then the end stop. And when I will click on start, the trigger will be sent directly to Enovacom with the start level, with all the rates, the volume, all the quantity will be sent automatically, in real time. And when I will stop it, the trigger will be sent too. And now I will just pass to Andres again, just to go forward.
Thank you, Guillaume. So, as Guillaume was saying, once the chemotherapy session is finished, there are some messages, mainly of dispensation of the medication that was given to the patient, and also the information from the pumps, the dosage, and the kind of medication, for example. And we are going to capture all that with our system, and we are going to push it into the international patient summary in order to have the traceability of all that information that then may be really interesting for the future treatments of this patient, for example. So in this interface, we are going to be able not only to capture data, but also to convert it and adapt it to the different requirements of each system. So once the chemotherapy session has finished of this patient, Alex, there will be a next step of medication check. And for that, I will leave my colleagues of Gravitate to continue with the presentation.
Now we have the discharge, okay? And you know that sometimes things are not really interconnected. And as we are trying to use our apps, we want to access our information. And within Gravitate, we want to use the personal information, medical information, and medication information to kind of enhance this. But when we don't have access to it, we can always rely to a very good old friend, the paper. In this case, the smart paper, because the QR code actually has the HL7 Fire International Patient Summary. So, doing a QR code, we basically retrieve the information from it and we create the profile, okay? Given that we have this profile, we now have access to the medication list and specifically the ones that were prescribed for the discharge. But since we have all of this information, why not do something interesting with it? Let's try to personalize the information about the medication using the clinical data that we have access to. As you can see, in the first screen, we have basically the highlights, basically why this is important for you. First, we have, this is important for you because you have, in this case, diabetes. Then we have a patient support part as well, because there are online communities that try to help patients with certain disease. We'll check that in a moment. But we also have interactions or even lab results, because these schedule a lab result in the exam for next week, which can actually impact the efficiency of this drug. But also, since he has an history of high blood pressure, that can also interact with the drug. And mentioning the parts of the communities and the highlights, as you can see, we can actually understand why they were highlighted and the reason of it, but we can also check the communities in order to retrieve more information about the communities. But in this case in particular, Alex has a new drug regarding this cancer treatment. As you can see, we can also check the new data on it. We can also see allergies intolerance. We have an issue here because Alex has an unconfirmed, but even though that's an important point to make, that is lactose intolerance. And this drug has actually lactose. But again, these issues sometimes are important to address, and the communities here are also, are important to address in order to try to help patients, especially with cancer. And all of this, and just the last one, since we have all of this data, why not try to use AI in order to summarize all of this information into a single one-pager? As you can see, we have all of the proper information in a single one-pager that is easy to manage and understand. And with this, I'll pass on to Palo Alto in order to show you how can we share medical images.
So once this has been transferred, the question becomes, how do you access information in a secure manner? So we are Palo Alto Networks. We are the largest cybersecurity organization in the world. And as we all know, healthcare continues to get targeted. So it's important to allow the clinicians, the care providers to access the patient information in a secure manner. What you see over here on my right is a secure browser, whereby you can access any clinical applications, any business critical applications in a secure manner. And this is very important because this allows the users to access information in a secure way. And for example, over here, we have the files that are uploaded from Edonia, everything from the EHR, EMR, PACS, imaging, and I'll pass it on to Edonia team to walk you through how patients, how clinicians can access this information in a secure manner.
In the left screen, you will see how Idonia has been collecting from all the processes, all the medical records. We were showing the QR that provide access to Alex, who is a traveler patient, to their medical records, right? It's a concentration. We have retrieved the European patient summary, but we also have the capability to retrieve medical images and to be able to share and review. So Alex is sharing this information with his doctor, is providing access to him so he can visualize all this information. Okay, now the doctor is opening the information. He's able to review the CDA information, and is also able to review the medical images that were provided. Okay, so at the time he has been processed anew for the chemotherapy that he needs to get. So all the images have been sent to an AI algorithm, and the AI algorithm has been processing the information. Idonia has the capability to connect, to act as an orchestrator of different algorithms, and the connectivity provided the potentiality to come and review what are the results from the AI algorithm, right? So the findings that were executed by the algorithm, so he's able to review and find the marks that the algorithm was providing, okay? All this is recorded and is shared through a big data, a BigQuery database that I'm going to share right now, okay? And we are able to follow all the activity from a hospital that the medical images exchange have been happening, right? So we have all the DICOM metadata that is provided, as is analyzed by our platform, and we have the capability not only to analyze the performance and the use of the platform, but also the capability to see the different accesses from patients to the Magic Link globally, right? And also we can generate a map. This is a sample client for us in Spain, and it's a touristical place well-known in Valencia, so he has a lot of activity from different access from patients in Europe. I pass now to my colleague, Palo Alto. Thank you.
Thank you. So earlier I talked about accessing all the information that the team Idonia showed around accessing the images. Different use case. This kind of speaks to connected device security, specifically around IoT devices in your environment. What you're seeing over here to my right is a solution from Palo Alto called Medical IoT Security. And in this case, it's around a CareFusion infusion pump. We all know that there are a variety of different medical devices in a healthcare setting. It's important that the organization has visibility into these devices. And through this technology, we are able to identify the type of device, the manufacturer, the make, the model, all the different attributes that are needed, both for the clinical teams as well as the IT security teams. You also see a very important part over here. This is a Sankey chart. In essence, this is showing the traffic patterns from the origination to destination. This is important because you want to make sure that this CareFusion infusion pump is talking to the right server. What you don't want is all of a sudden this device behaving in an anomalous way and talking to a server in a distant part of a world or a country which it shouldn't be talking to. So it gives you a level of visibility into the traffic patterns, gives you a level of confidence that this device is working correctly as it should be working, because what you don't want to do is have the device be compromised, which will ultimately result in impacting patient care. Another example is around a CT machine over here. This is another example of understanding how the machine is doing scans, understanding the patient case workloads, what type of scans are being done, how long are these scans taking, how much over the duration of the week, the month, the year. And this is very important from a life cycle management standpoint, which gives you visibility into the efficacy of the usage of the device. We all know there are hundreds or thousands of devices in a clinical setting. So important to have visibility, but also the ability to understand how it is being used in patient care setting. So again, this is available from our technology called Medical IoT Security. And at this point, I would like to pass it back to the team.
So Alex continue to monitor. So he's continuing to travel, as he used to be. He's continuing to monitor himself with all the ITs have, as we mentioned previously, oxygen, temperature, whatever is needed daily. And he feels safe about it. So a couple of days later, he had an alert in HIMSS application, abnormal measurement detected. So the application provides him to go ahead and book an appointment because abnormal detected. So stress-free, he can go to HIMSS application, find a doctor, book an appointment, physical or video one, whatever he fits most, and that's for sure it's stress-free for him. Thanks for that, and I will pass to Alex.
Thank you very much. So with this, we have somehow concluded this patient journey. And we, as you saw, we try to combine as many technologies as possible. You can see here the diagram of all the work that is beneath all this orchestration of different standards. And there were several. Because what we need to really understand that in real life, we need a combination of standards to be combined so that the end story can work. So this is never going to be visible to any patient or doctor, but for this use case to be implemented in real life, you really need to align standards and specifications. And we hope that the upcoming new regulation will help in that way, how we can streamline standards and organize product that, as we demonstrated today, that they can collaborate with each other very well. So, wishing to thank you. Please don't forget to visit the contributors to this demonstration here in the pods. They can give you much more details about how they achieved all this collaboration. Quite an intensive set of work in the last weeks and months. And also, please visit the tech stage where they are presenting more details about their products. So please give some congratulations for all the work, the hard work they did. And hope to see you all at 1 p.m. on the other use case, which is about acute care in hospitals. So thank you very much.
Our interoperability platform plays a crucial role into exchanging the data between care teams, between EHR. And this is mainly basically what we call meaningful interoperability. This is what we do. We want to enhance the care and the patient journey. Thank you.